After being stuck on the ice for 7 years, he's back, and for the first time ever, he's in color. Today we're talking about King Kong vs. Godzilla. King Kong vs. Godzilla was originally released in Japan in 1962. In 1963, an American version was released with new footage added and an English dub. The Criterion box set I have contains the American version, so that will be the one I am discussing today. This is the very first Godzilla film in color. It's 91 minutes long and was directed by Ishiro Honda, returning to the series after having been unavailable for the second film. Los Angeles-based producer John Beck was responsible for overseeing the American version. This is the first movie in the series that I feel truly conflicted on. King Kong vs. Godzilla was released as part of a series of high-profile films to celebrate Toho Studios' 13th anniversary, and the film went on to be a major success. The filmmakers set out to make this a funnier and more lighthearted movie, particularly with the human characters, and the Godzilla vs. King Kong matchup was billed as the star of the show. When Godzilla is accidentally released from the same ice he was imprisoned in and raids again, and King Kong is taken from his home and brought back to Japan by a wacky pharmaceutical executive, the military decides to pit them against each other in the hopes that it might wipe them both out. The terror and destruction from Godzilla's earlier films are replaced by slapsticky fights and dudes in cheap-looking costumes. It just feels amateurish. And don't even get me started on how blatantly racist this movie is. Not only are the American editions definitely offensive to Japan, but also the Japanese depictions of Pacific Islanders are absolutely shocking. One positive thing I can say about this movie is that I did enjoy the human characters and story more than the last film, but it is not enough to make up for what I believe is the worst depiction of Godzilla yet. This is the first movie that I genuinely would not recommend to anybody that is not already a true fan. Godzilla showed up for 9 minutes and 15 seconds and was returned to the silver screen, and despite having some bright spots, I'm definitely going to put this on our list at number 3. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to come back next time for 1964's Mothra vs. Godzilla.